This is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, and I'm down here in the North Carolina coast 4 days after Hurricane Dorian went by. Fortunately, not a whole lot of damage was caused. They got about 6 inches of rain on this golf course. But when unusual events happen weather-wise, it does impact insect populations. And there's sometimes you can take advantage of that and do some amazing things as far as the level of control. So here where they have mole crickets, they have a few grubs, they have fire ant populations. And after you get an event that dumps 6 inches of rain, it changes their behavior significantly. So let's take this fire ant mountain, for example. It's up out of the soil. It's not flattened and sealed off like it happens sometimes during hot, dry weather. We've had soaking rain. The ants are up. They're active. And if you disturb the surface, the ants will eventually come out of it because they're active, they're foraging, they're feeding. And when that happens, that's a really good time to control either with baits or conventional treatments. When you have good soil moisture, the ants active near the surface, that's the time to go after fire ants. It's also can be the time to go after mole crickets and white grubs as well because of the change in their behavior and activity. So I'm not saying that after you have a hurricane, the first thing on your mind should be controlling insects, because oftentimes after a hurricane, you've got weeks of work just trying to clean the place up. But in the case of an unusual rain event where you get higher than normal rainfall, it's going to cause the grubs to move to the top, it's going to cause the mole crickets to move to the top, and it's going to cause fire ant activity to increase. It's a great time to take care of managing these populations, because even though larger grubs and larger mole crickets are more difficult to control, you will get a slightly increased or elevated level of control if you follow it up after a heavy rain when these insects are near the surface. So if you get a good storm, no damage, and you can focus back on normal activity like insect control, take advantage of heavy rainfall periods in the days that follow. And if you have outbreaks of mole crickets, outbreaks of grubs, or even fire ant activity, go out, treat at that time, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the level of control you get versus if it was just normal dry soil where it's very difficult to control them. Hope that helps. Look forward to talking with you again soon.